international law specialist, Toby Cadman. He joins me now from London. Toby, first of all, thank you for your time. Srebrenica will remain a stain on the UN history. Around 400 UN peacekeepers were deployed in the area of Srebrenica and Žepa in 1995. But even after the Srebrenica genocide, the United Nations remains ineffective in its peace missions when we take a look at the conflicts that are taking place today. Does that mean that not many lessons have been learned from Srebrenica genocide?
Good morning. I think it means that no lessons have been learned from the Srebrenica genocide. I think the criticisms that were made of the Dutch battalion and the UN generally, as far as the Bosnian conflict is concerned and the Balkan conflict is concerned, and not forgetting that what happened in Srebrenica is a mere 12 months after what happened in Rwanda. And so what we see now is that the United Nations is even more incapable or ineffective of preventing conflict around the world. But I think also what the UN really needs to focus on as well is as was mentioned in the last piece, is that the disinformation, the propaganda that still pushes the genocide denial rhetoric, and that is another aspect that is deeply worrying. But I think the peacekeeping missions is something that really needs to be looked at very, very closely, because there continues to be this do not engage, do not put your own troops at risk, even to prevent a genocide from occurring. And we still live in that environment, and so we still see conflicts all around the world with no prevention, no eradication, and no accountability, and that is very, very worrying.
Right, accountability. Toby, exactly. You know, after Holocaust, the world said never again. Then we had Rwanda, we had Srebrenica. Again, the world said never again. So obviously the UN needs to take a look at its policies, as you rightly pointed there. Is it about time to prioritize human rights and, to call on those who are denying this horrific genocide and crimes that were, the international courts told that they were genocide?
Absolutely, it is. It is time to do that. It is time to focus on genocide denial. It is time to focus on the very, very dangerous, corrosive disinformation campaigns and propaganda. If you look at those that denied the genocide or seek to undermine the genocide, they're the very same people who are now denying what's happening in Syria, for example. So you have very, very dangerous, corrosive, pro-Russian apologist rhetoric, which is coming out of Syria, which is very much the same people that were making the comments as far as the genocide in Srebrenica was concerned. And so, yes, there is a need to focus on that. What we see in Bosnia in particular, still today, as we've heard, the Bosnian Serb leadership still denying that this was a genocide, and that, of course, shows that Bosnia, whilst not in a state of conflict anymore, is still heavily divided between different national groups. So it is something that needs to be very seriously addressed.
Toby Cadman, I appreciate your insight for us, live for us from London. Thanks so much. He's an international law specialist.